Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga Etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece Manga Chapter 854, Part 1, Nami and Jinbe. They get saved by Chopper and Carrot and Pedro's with them as well now. So they basically meet up with them and they're now heading towards Brook, Sanji, or Luffy, whichever one comes up first, whichever one the mirror has seen most recently. I don't think it will be Luffy because Luffy's outside, so not really no mirrors around him. And I don't think it will be Sanji. Yes, he's currently still inside, but I don't think it will be him because I think, we know that where Sanji's heading right now. And I think Sanji and Luffy have a little heart to heart, a little private heart to heart moment with them just making up and all that, with Sanji saying, I'm sorry. And I think that happened privately. So for those reasons, I think they're going to be heading for Brook. But who is Brook with right now? Big Moms. And that brings us into part two. So part two is basically about Brooke, Big Mom, and Puddin. Mostly Puddin and Big Mom's conversation, and they're just basically going through the plan again. But before that, we find out that Brooke is the first one to harm Big Mom's son. Forgotten the name. I've forgotten it. Completely forgotten it. But Big Mom's son. Now I think this is a mistranslation because I really do find it hard to believe that Brooke is the first. These things, the sun, I think the other one is called Zetsu and the pirate hat. We know these three are alive. And now these three things are always with Big Mom. Now I find it hard to believe that Big Mom hasn't gone up against someone else who can take these things out. So, but we don't really know what she's been doing all up in this time. We don't know how many fights she's had. We know that she is somewhat strong and Devil Fruit Power somewhat hacks, but we don't know exactly if she has had any fights. For example, we know that at some point in time, Gold Roger has come into her territory, taken a copy of the Poneglyph and dipped out. But we don't know if Big Mom was actually involved in the fight during that time. So, yeah, it is a possibility that Brooke is the first one to harm the sun. But I find it very, very unlikely. Very unlikely. So I think that is a mistranslation. Brooke is still a bad man for pulling it off. Don't get me wrong. Brooke, more power to you. Get me? Managed to harm the sun and that, and like I gotta give him his props for that. But him being the first one, nah. So Big Mom's very fascinated by Brooke and his whole bone physique. I don't know what she sees in him. He's all bones, no muscle. But hey, each to their own. So she has decided she's not going to put him in the library. She's going to keep him around with him for quite some time, for the time being. So if Nami and them lot essentially are going for Brooke first, not knowing that Big Mom is there, then we might get a fight. We might get looks. I just want to see someone fight Big Mom. But yeah, like that is the person that they shouldn't go through for the most reason because obviously Brooke is with Big Mom right now, so that's the most trouble right there. So like I said previously, the rest of this part two, as I call it, was basically the conversation between Big Mom and Pudding, and they're just basically going through the plan, how they are going to, how they planned, and how they're planning to put things in motion with the wedding, with them. And I gotta say, it was quite a good plan actually because they had kept Pudding's third eye hidden for that very reason. So when Sandy does the whole veil thing, he sees the third eye, stumbles back a bit, that's when she was going to kill Sanji, and then within the panic, everybody else from Big Mom's crew sneaks up on the member of the Vin Smoke, and everyone would have been everybody would have been dead. Also, they planned. I reckon someone would have survived that, and the fight would have broken out, but things would have been in Big Mom's favor. Now I gotta say that it was a good plan. It was very smart, but if Sanji, maybe if Sanji didn't overhear, like things would have went their way, but. Yeah, and it was a bit violent. Big Mom was going in, boy. The way she was describing things was a bit violent. I was like, right, boy, Big Mom's serious, boy. But yeah, we had that. That was everything to come out of that part. So we had like scenes here and there. So we had the scene with Sanji's room, and someone sleeping in Sanji's bed. And I'm sure that's a fairy tale reference to something about maybe three little pigs, maybe. I don't know, but there's a fairy tale reference somewhere there. And then we had someone, I'm sleeping in Sandy's bed, so they were like, yeah, Sandy's in his room, he's sleeping, cool. Then we had the scene of Rage and she's just looking out the window. We have a scene of Luffy, and I think he's at the meeting point. I'm pretty sure he's at the meeting point, so he's waiting there patiently. And then go into a scene where people from Big Mom's crew is just discussing making sure everybody is taken care of. And obviously, they feel Pedro is blowing himself up. But what was quite funny within the scene is that we had the guy who was supposed to deal with Luffy and Nami lie about it. He's like, yeah, yeah, I burned them to death, I burned them to death. Only because he's scared of what would happen to him if Big Mom find out that he failed. No, that was quite funny. So during that scene, they like, all right, cool, everybody's accounted for when it's gonna go to plan A, okay. And that, yeah, that's quite funny, and that was quite funny. But we did have one that's like, yeah, just keep watch because I don't trust this guy. I just keep watch. But that's the majority of what happened within that scene. One thing I want to say though is like, yes, they heard from Brewery in the morning, but shouldn't they be a little bit concerned that she's like, shouldn't she have been present at this meeting? I don't know, that was something that I noticed. Yeah, just moving on to possibly the last bit of the chapter where we had Sanji, and he was at first he was saying, "I'm pretty sure Luffy and them will escape, but I'm gonna go through the wedding and die." And I was like, "Why? Why would you be thinking that? Why would you be thinking that?" And I thought that maybe it's because he wants to save Red Zeph. That's the only reason I could think that he'd still want to go through with the wedding, and he just had faith that Luffy and company would get away. But Bobbin comes in now, messes with Sanji's food. Sanji gets vexed. He's like, yo, this food ain't for you, bro. One swipe kick to the face. Now, granted, I don't think, no, Bobbin is not KO because I think he's the person that's saying oi at the very end of the chapter. So he's not KO, but the fact that he just got a kick to the face. And like I said, Bobbin's not KO. It's just the whole. I reckon Bobbin could put up a good, decent fight with Sanji. I don't know who would be the winner of that fight, but I reckon he would put up a good fight. And the only reason why Sanji got that kick in was because Bobbin wasn't expecting him to do it. But it was during this kick, Sanji's like, "Yo, I need to have faith in my crew." So he's heading towards Leaf right now with the basket of food. So what do you think caused Sanji to change his mind? So we know he was willing to go through for the wedding, and like I said, I think this was for Zeph, but now it seems like he's headed towards Luffy, meaning he's willing to live again. What exactly changed within that, I'll say, 30 seconds of time of Bobbin picking up the meat and almost biting it? Now I think that maybe he's starting to have some faith in Zeph, or maybe he's just come to the realization Zeph won't die, or maybe he's come to the realization is that Zeph would be willing to die for this. Like if someone came, or someone from Mom's crew came for Zeph, he's not just gonna say, "Yeah, all right, kill me." He's gonna go out fighting, but he'd be willing to die for Sanji. Like Zeph is an old man; he's lived his life. He wouldn't want Sanji to go on this way. Well, he doesn't know he's gonna die, but yeah, he wouldn't like just assuming that he knew about the wedding, but he didn't know about the whole thing with Sanji going to die. Yeah, Zeph wouldn't want Sanji to live his life this way, so he'd be willing to die for Sanji. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. If Zeph would be willing, I reckon Sanji would have noticed that Zeph would have been willing to die for Sanji, so that's why he's changed his mind at this present moment in time. So that's where Luffy's gonna get his second win or third win, I don't know. And yeah. So like what I'm seeing for the possible future is that Sanji will meet up with Luffy. Luffy gonna go eat. They have to go back inside, get Nami, Chopper, Brook, etc., and then they're going to dip out. I don't think the wedding day is going to happen now because Bobbin knows that Sanji isn't like messing about. He doesn't know like exactly what he's doing, but he will report that Sanji's not in his room. So all hell will break from there then. So I think Wedding Day is now officially cancelled, maybe not. But yeah, I think that's where it's gonna where we're heading right now. So Sanji, Luffy go meet up, Luffy go eat, then they'll go get Nami back in the company, and then they go dip, they go and dip out. They're gonna have to dip out. The only person who's not accounted for, and he's not dead. I know he's not dead. Is it's Peckham's. Peckham's is somewhere still in the works, so he go and play a card later on. Now I think that's everything I wanna say. I think that's everything I wanna say. So I'm gonna give you the rating on Call of Duty. This was a very because we got to see what's going on everywhere with almost everybody except not Pedro, except Peckham's. Peckham's is still somewhere about. And you know who we haven't heard from for a long time? Capone. Capone is about as well. We haven't heard from a long time. So yeah, it was a very well-rounded chapter, but I think it only deserves a 3-star rating. But the kick would have bumped it up, but I don't do half ratings. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.